Mark Twain once said that those who do not read are no better off than people who cannot read. Ouch. Have you read a good book lately? Stick around because I got some suggestions for you. One of the things that I get asked all the time is if I have good book recommendations. Now, I'm reading all the time, so if I'm ever out your way, ask me the question. I've always got something in the forefront of my mind. And so I've got 3 books right now that I will just toss your way for your consideration. The first one by my friend Anthony Iannarino, The Lost Art of Closing. Now, this is a great companion book to my book, Closing 2.0. But here, Anthony Iannarino really gets into those commitments, and he lays out 10 specific commitments that drive the sale. And I love the book because it really teaches closing as a process. It diminishes that idea of the final close being this big, fat, grueling, hairy event, and instead says, let's look at this as a process, which is very much in line with the way that I look at closing. I think you should look at closing too. So that's one, The Lost Art of Closing. The second, for those of you who are interested, like I am, in how your customer makes decisions, it's a great book by Scott Halford. It's called Activate Your Brain. Now, the book isn't about your customer. The book is actually about you. But as you understand your own brain, you will also understand your customers. I had Scott Halford. He was actually the very, very first guest on my podcast, The Buyer's Mind, and it's to this day holds up as one of the best episodes that we've ever done. And the book, Activate Your Brain, I just devoured it. I absolutely loved. And one of the things I love about it is that it takes a lot of scientific wonky stuff and it makes it really a fun read, very approachable, very easy to understand. Activate Your Brain by Scott Halford. The third book is called the Icarus Deception. This is by Seth Godin. Now, we had Seth Godin on the podcast recently, on the Buyer's Mind podcast, and it was absolutely mind-blowing. This is not one of his better-known books, but the Icarus Deception is an amazing, amazing book. The subtitle is How High Will You Fly? So if you're looking for something that's very motivational, I would point you to this book. The theme of the book is that you've been sold a bill of goods about your own limitations, about how much you can be, how successful you can be, and how high you can fly. The sky really is the limit. Don't let anybody else tell you differently. And if you're looking for that really strong shot of motivation, The Icarus Deception is an amazing book by Seth Godin. Those are 3 books that might help you. If you've got a book recommendation, send it to me. Just send it to ask@jeffshore.com, and maybe it'll show up in a further episode of Ask Jeff. All right, go start reading. You can go change your own world.
Hey, it's Paul Murphy, the producer of The Buyer's Mind with Jeff Shore. You can find it on iTunes and Stitcher and pretty much any place you can find a podcast. So come join us and learn how you can change your customer's world.